All right, in this video, we are given a quadratic function and a linear function, and we need to find the points of intersection of these two functions. Now remember, a quadratic and a linear function can either have 2 points of intersection, 1 point of intersection, or no points of intersection. Those are the 3 possibilities. Let's take a look at the first question over here. The first thing you want to do is you want to make the two equations equal to each other. And then we want to solve this equation. So in order to solve this is technically still a quadratic equation. We want to bring all the terms to one side and combine like terms. I'm going to move everything to the right side because I like to make my x squared term positive because that's easier to factor. So 0 equals 6x minus 1 plus 2x squared plus 5x minus 20. Next, I'll combine my like terms. So 2x squared doesn't combine with anything. 6x plus 5x is just 11x. Negative 1 minus 20 is negative 21. Then I need to factor this equation over here. This is a complex trinomial. So my m is 2 times negative 21, which is negative 42. My a is 11. And my two numbers over here, let's see, 7, 8, 14, and negative 3. 14 times negative 3 is negative 42, and 14 plus negative 3 is negative 11. So now, since it's a complex trinomial, I have to factor by grouping. So I have 2x squared plus 14x minus 3x minus 21. Going to group it in the middle. So over here, my common factor is 2x. Now I'm left with x plus 7. Here my common factor is negative 3, and I'm left with x plus 7. Means my solution is 2x minus 3 times x plus 7. Now we can state our solutions over here. So our solutions are going to be positive 3 over 2 and negative 7. These are the x values of the points of intersection, but we have to find the y values as well. So to find the y values, you want to take the x values and you want to sub them into either of the two original equations. They'll both give you the exact same answer. So I always pick the linear equation to substitute in because it's easier to do it. So if I sub in 3 over 2 into that linear equation there, 6 times 3 over 2 minus 1 is just positive 8. That's my first point of intersection right there. My second point of intersection, if I sub in negative 7, I'll get my second point of intersection is negative 7 and negative 43. So 2 points of intersection for this one, we factored as a complex trinomial. Let's go to the second example over here. I'll start doing these a bit quicker now because the methods are pretty much the same. Make them equal to each other. I'm going to move these two terms to the left side because I like to keep x squared as positive. I'll combine like terms. Then again, it's a complex trinomial, so what multiplies to negative 27 and adds to negative 1? There's actually no possibilities here. So if quadratic equation doesn't, if man method doesn't work, we go to quadratic formula, which is negative b plus or minus root of b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a, where this is my a, b, and c. So a is 3, b is negative 1, and c is negative 9. So let me sub in these values into my quadratic equation. Negative of negative 1 is positive 1. -1 square minus 4 times 3 times -9, and then it's all divided by 2 times 3, which is 1 plus or minus something divided by 6. So I'll put that on my calculator. Just root 109, and then I'll type this calculation in my calculator. So 1 plus root 109 divided by 6 is approximately 1.9, or around to one decimal place. And 1 minus root 109 divided by 6 is approximately -1.6. Again, I'm rounding to one decimal place here, but make sure you follow what the question says. So I know my x values are 1.9 approximately and -1.6. To find my y values, I'll sub in these two x values into the linear equation. So 1.9 plus 7, that's just 8.9. And then -1.6 plus 7 is just 5.4. So I found my 2 points again of intersection for this one using the quadratic formula. Let's go to the third and fourth example next. So 5x squared plus x minus 2 equals -3x minus 6. Move these two terms to this side. Plus 3x plus 6 equals 0. I'll combine like terms. 4x plus 4 equals to 0. Let's try my man method. What multiplies to 20 and adds to 4? This is not possible. Again, so I'll go to my quadratic formula. -4 plus or minus root of 4 square minus 4 times 5 times 4 divided by 2 times 5, which is -4 plus or minus root of, I'll do that calculation in my calculator. 4 squared minus 4 times 5 times 4 is -64. Now you cannot square root a negative number, and if you get a negative number in the square root, it just means there's no points of intersection. So this one, there's no points of intersection. We end the question there. Go to the fourth and final one. Let's just do this one for practice, because we've pretty much covered the entire concept. I know we didn't do one point of intersection, but it will show up in the factoring if it's possible. I'm going to move the three terms to the right side, and I'll combine like terms in the same step in this one to save a bit of time. Complex trinomial again, what multiplies to 4 and adds to 7. This is not possible. Means I gotta do quadratic formula. So -7 plus or minus root of 7 squared minus 4 times 1 divided by 2 times 4, which is -7 plus or minus something divided by 8. Let me do that on my calculator. 7 squared minus 4 times 1 is just positive 33. So we are going to have a solution for this one. So I'll put this whole thing in my calculator with the plus sign. -7 plus root 33 divided by 8 is just approximately negative around this 1 to 2 decimal places, just because the number is much smaller. And then if I do the -1, I'll get -1.6 rounded to 1 decimal place. Find the y values over here. I'll just sub them back into the linear equation. So I'll sub it back into 5x plus 4. So 5 times -0.16 plus 4 is just 3.2. And 5 times -1.6 plus 4 is approximately -4. If you made it to the end of this video and you found this content helpful, please hit that like and subscribe button as it really helps the channel. Thank you for watching.